Students, in this video we will discuss about data dictionary, format of data dictionary, classes of data dictionary, and in last we will discuss about uses of data dictionary. Dictionary. When system analysis is performed, then it is essential that the system analyst to decide the necessary data for designing the application. DFD gives the information about the data flows and data stores of the system. So the individual data item of the data flows and data stores can be cataloged. The catalog can bring out that if any data is missing or duplicated. Such a catalog is called as data dictionary or data repository of the system. Data dictionary is an essential tool in the software development process. To describe the data dictionary, sufficient information should be collected about the data items. Data dictionary is a data repository which stores the information about the system's data at one place. The data is used as a reference work of data about data, that is metadata. Format of data dictionary. The format of data dictionary varies from method to method, but the most common type of format is as shown in the table. The table includes name. Name may be defined as the primary name of data item, data storage, or external entity that are used in the data flow diagram. Alias name is the another name of data item. Use means use lists the processes that use the data item. Content description, standard format of representing contents of data item. And additional information includes other information like limitations, restrictions, defaults, or initial values. The content description of data item or data structure make use of some symbols as described in the table. Equal to symbol is used for composed of, and plus symbols means and brackets with single line means either or. Braces means repetition, and parenthesis means optional. An example of data structure is shown in this table, where name, alias, use, content description, and additional information are the columns of the table. And name includes employee underscore name, employee underscore ID, weekly timesheet, and pay rate, and these are the data structure. And alias names are the other names of these structures. In the first row, employee name equal to last plus middle plus first. It means that employee name is composed of last name and middle name is in the middle name parentheses are used, which means optional. Middle name can be taken as optional. So employee name consists of last name, middle name, or first name, and plus means and in the second row of the table, employee underscore ID equal to digit plus digit plus digit. It means that employee ID is composed of 3 digits. And third row of the table is weekly timesheet. W underscore T underscore S is alias name. Weekly timesheet is composed of employee name and employee underscore ID and regular hours plus overtime hours are included in the braces, which means repetition is there, and last row is pay underscore rate. Pay underscore rate equal to hourly or daily or weekly. In hourly, daily and weekly, there is use of bracket and single line. It means or relationship is there, and additional information is shown in the last column of the table. Data dictionary should contain information about data flows, data stores, processes, and external entities. Data flow is described by means of data flow diagrams. Data flows are the paths along which data travels, and data stores are the places where data is stored. It can be said that the data flows are the data structure in motion and the data stores are the data structure in rest. Descriptions of data flows. Data flow is described by means of data flow diagram. Each data flow should be properly defined. Data flow should include name of data flow, alias name, description of data flow, origin of data flow, and destination of data flow. Description of data stores. The base elements of data flow are grouped together to create a data store for each group of data flows. Name of data store can be determined using the type of data flows. Data store should include name of data store, alias name, input data flow and output data flow, and destination of data flow. Description of processes. The processes used in data flow diagram should include name of processes, description of process, input data flow, and output data flow. Description of external entities. All the entities should be described in the data dictionary, and data dictionary should include the name of entity, description of entity, alias name of entity, input data flow, and output data flow. Data dictionary classes. Data element, data structure, and data store and data flows are the classes of data dictionary. Data element is the smallest piece or unit of data that and is also called as data item. Each data element should be properly documented in the data dictionary. Data structure. Once the data items are defined, then the data structure required by a particular system under consideration can be identified, and data elements are combined to form data structure or record. Data structure includes group items. For example, data item customer address might be combined with the data item customer name to form a group item customer name and address. Records. Collection of data items or group items which are gathered to form or to define the entity for particular processing purpose. Files. Collection of records which are gathered to allow processing of data about several entities. Database. Collection of records which are interrelated for the purpose of processing to meet the user requirements. For example, in the deliveries database, delivery record would be interrelated with the order record, product record, customer record, and invoice record. Data stores and data flows. Entries about the data stores and data flows should include other references, that is, origin and destination of data flows. Next is use of data dictionary. Data dictionary is important documentation which would be useful to maintain the system. The purpose of data dictionary is to provide the source of reference for analyst, user, and designer. Analysts use the data dictionary for collecting, documenting, and for organizing the specific facts about the system. Data dictionary eliminates the redundancy chances. It helps the validation of data flow diagram. It becomes the starting point for developing the screens, reports, and forms. Students, if you have not seen the previous videos of this channel, then there is a link of playlist of all the previous videos.